Welcome, Math Models. This is Miss P once again, and we're going to be looking at the 5-number summary, box plots, IQR, quartiles, and outliers. And as a picture, I think you should draw a box plot, which kind of looks like this, and we will talk about what all these things are for. Like, what is this, right? And then your IQR is right here. And you may also want to have on your quick little glance picture 25%. And we're going to talk about all of this. Well, it's a good quick glance picture for you, so next time you're looking through your notes, you have a reminder of what this all is. So the 5-number summary tells you about both the center and spread of the data. So it'll tell you about what's your average and how far apart are my points from that average. And a lot of this you already know. So the 5 numbers in the 5-number summary are the minimum, the first quartile, which is the median of the lower half of the data, and I'll show you how to do that. Then the median itself, as you know, the normal middle term there. The Q3, which is the median of the greater half of the data. And the max is the largest number. So I want to draw you a quick little picture here. Let's say all our data is along this line. Here's the minimum point. Here's the maximum. And here's the median, of course, in the middle. The Q1 would be at this point right here between the minimum and the median. That's your Q1. And then Q3 would be that point right there that's between the median and the maximum. So that's kind of what we're talking about here. We're splitting our data into 4 pieces that each represent 25% of your points. So that's what we're doing. Take all your data points, split it into 4 groups, and each group has 25% of the data in it. Now the IQR is your Q3 minus your Q1. It's this part right there. That is your IQR. And it represents 50% of your data or half of your data. Now, compare my picture with this box plot. Oh my gosh, doesn't it almost look exactly the same? Yes, because that's how you make a box plot. So let's talk about this guy. You'll also see them called box and whisker plots. For lazy people like me, we like to say box plot, but you'll see box and whisker plot too. This is the box, and these are the whiskers, like a kitty. So you can make a box plot by first finding your 5-number summary, then placing them on a number line. So I got kind of a lazy version right here, just a diagram of what it's going to look like. Now, these sections aren't always the same physical size, as you'll see in a moment, but they always have about 25% of the data in them. So each section or quartile of the box plot contains 25% of the data points. So that means you've got 25% of your data right here. Between the Q1 and the median, you got 25% of your data between the minimum and the Q1. You got 25% of your data between median and Q3. And you got 25% of your data between the Q3 and the max. So cut it in half for the median, cut it in half again for the Q1 and the Q3. Now we also have something here called potentially an outlier. An outlier is something that is much lower or much higher than the rest of your data. And you always have to think about your actual data, your specific situation, because you have a formula for outlier here, which we'll look at in class. And those points are not always outliers, but they can be, and they always need to be inspected. And you have to think about them. So let's make our box plot. We're not going to worry about outliers right now. We'll do that in class together. But we're going to take these numbers and go ahead and make a box plot with them. Now, the values have been put in order for you, so you won't have to relist them. We can start off by first finding the median. So I recommend finding the median first. So I like to start at the ends and count inward, like that. And just find the center. And oh, cool, right there. And confirm that you got 6 on each side. So there's your median. Cool. Okay. Now, to find the Q1, you're basing this and cutting it in half. So right here, I've got 3 on this side, 3 on this side. I've got 2 medians, but there's nothing between 2 and 2. They're equal. So my Q1 is just 2 right there. And then here, for my Q3, so I need to find the median of this part here. So ignore that, find this median, and it's going to be right here. So what's between 6 and 8? 7. So my Q3 equals 7. And then, of course, my minimum is right here and my maximum is right here. Okay, so in this little spot below, I'm going to make my box plot. To draw a straight line for a number line, start at 1. So that's my minimum. And then 2, that's my Q1. Then 3, 4, well, that's my median. 5, 6, 7, that was my Q3. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to go up to 13 because I do have a 12.5 there. Okay, now you got your number line. You're going to put kind of a vertical line at each of the 5 important points we found. So at 1, at 4, at 7, and at 12 and a half. So right in between 12 and 13. There. And then this middle half right here, which is your IQR, you box it in. And then from the minimum, and then from the maximum, you draw what we call the whiskers. And then from this data, you can tell that the first half of the data, like that's half our points right there. That's from here to here. Look how little space it takes up. They're all squished together. But then if you look at the second half of the data, which is from the median to here, look how spread out they are, because there's more space in between them. So in fact, if you look at your old notes, about skew, this is actually a positive skew, because most of my data is clumped over here on this side. And then I have a tail extending out here. So I've got a positive skew. I'm going to go ahead and write that down next to it. All right, awesome. We will talk more about box plots and especially outliers in class. And thank you for watching.